Alright, what's up, what's up? Anti-Thesis here, and we're up for another Summoner's War video. Today I'll be discussing various, the process of which for newcomers to be able to progress in this game. I've seen a couple of, numerous newcomers frequently asking people what to do next, which to 5-star, which to 6-star next. And as for you guys who are recently new to the game, here's what I can suggest based from my experience as an absolutely free to play type of player. Now, in this game, in order for you to be able to quickly rise up, or be able for you to do more, here's the process of what you need to undertake. Okay, initially you need to have a fodder trainer. Okay, a fodder trainer is a single monster which would enable you to farm up scenarios. They are monsters which can pass up different scenarios alone. By scenarios, I mean these different portions of the map. The most common scenarios wherein people grind up their monsters is the Haideni Ruins, Tamor Desert, and the Faiman Volcano. Now, what's a fodder trainer? What's the common type, or what's the characteristic of a fodder trainer? It's highly common among them that they have AoE skills, or they can really kill monsters or quickly. For example, I have here my own fodder trainer, and that would be Lucien. Okay, as you can see, Lucien has 2 AoEs. So with this in mind, given that I have Lucien, I usually farm and grind up my food monsters right here in Haideni Ruins, particularly here at stage 5. Simply because Lucien, being a wind type monster, has an elemental advantage, so the chances of success is quite high. Alright, moving further, from the time, or for the point of time wherein you are able to acquire your fodder trainer, what's next is that you have to build teams. Teams for what? What I mean to say is that you need to build teams for these 3 dungeons. Okay, why? It's because from these 3 dungeons you would be able to farm up or hunt runes. I cannot stress enough how important the runes are in this game. If you'd like to be more competitive, or if you'd like to finish or go further into the game, you really have to invest time hunting different runes, and well, you need a little bit of luck as well. But in order to do that, you really need to have your very own hunting team or farming teams. Of course, we have runes here from giants. Players here, here is where you need to farm if you want your monsters to go fast, because giants drop swift runes. These. Alright. Swift runes give you a bonus of 25% of your base speed. So if you plan on speeding up your Bernard or your Spectra, you really need amazing runes or decent runes coming from Giants B10. Next, after farming runes from Giants, you'll be wanting to have more firepower in the form of, well, violent runes. So after you have made your Dragon's team, you'll move on to the next one and create your Dragon's Beaten team. And of course, for different purposes, such as being more competitive in arena, you'll need wheel runes. You'll be needing rage runes, and those things drop right here at Necropolis. Okay, so let's recap from the start. First is the Father Trainer. Next is Giant's team, Dragon's team, and then Necropolis team. Okay, afterwards, so you'll have an arsenal of equipment for your monsters, and that would enable you to move further into the game. It's up to you what you want to do. You can try to pump up your performance in arena. You can try to climb up the Trial of Ascension Tower, or you can try to go here and challenge these monsters, the rift bosses. Okay, in this particular rift raid boss, this one, this is the guy who drops power-ups to your runes. It boosts your runes with particularly the substats. It's these things. Let me show you. So when you try to power up a rune, it's these things. You can enchant and amplify your runes using grindstones from the Rift Raid boss. Okay, and moving on from there, what comes next is optimizing your teams. You'd really want your teams to have a synergy. So that comes with a cost or a price, and that's what they call as speed tuning. You really want to have your monsters go into their proper attack order. Take for example, you wouldn't want to have your let's say Theomars or Zeratu hitting first or before, let's say, Galleon, which is an attack buffer and gives armor break to its opponents. And well, from there on, it's pretty much anything goes, depending on what you want to focus in. As for some new players asking what's the most suitable, or what's the most best way to create, or what are the best teams in order to farm runes, there is if you can see right here at the options in the dungeons, there's this tab called monsters used. So if you tap here, you'll be able to see the most common monsters being used in every dungeon, and this is fun. Shannon is the top used monster for giants. Let's go to B10. Okay, for B10 giants, it's quite obvious that Veromos is on top, followed by Bernard and Beladion. If you can observe, these top 3 monsters are farmable, meaning to say you do not need to be lucky in summoning using mystical summon scrolls in order to achieve them or to acquire them. Veromos is fusible. Bernard has its SD. It's also a drop in the in Tamor, and Beladion has its secret dungeon. So just try to catch up, or try to find an SD during the light day. For dungeon Dragon's Lair, of course, as expected, Beladion is the top monster being used by players all over the world, followed by Konamiya and Veromos. Let's see, for 10. Oh, there we go. Again, Veromos is on top, followed by Beladion. these two is simply because they are fusible and farmable monsters. For Necropolis B10, yes, the top monster here would have to be Colleen. This is because Colleen is a natural 2-star fire harpoo. See that? So don't throw away every natural 2 monsters that you come by or come across. The reason why Colleen is highly used here is because Colleen serves 3 purposes. First is that Colleen has multiple hits. Her first skill and her second skill have 2 and 3 hits respectively. Additionally, Colleen's second skill gives a heal break debuff on the Necropolis boss. And lastly is that Colleen heals with an attack buff for 3 turns. Alright. So for newbies, this is some advice on how to proceed or what to do with your current newbie status. Giving tips on how to progress. These are tips coming from a newbie to fellow newbies, based on experience. So I'll promise to create another video discussing different themes for different dungeons in my upcoming videos. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later.